Hello?
Hey kid, a mutual friend needs our help.
Logan? But how did you get...
I have my ways. Look, you want to help or not?
Depends on the friend.
Aurora Monroe.
Oh, of course. I'm free now.
Good. You know where to find us.
Where the trouble is.
Eliana, thank you for coming.
Aurora, you can always count on me.
A friendship for all seasons is a powerful thing. Thank the goddess for that. We miss you at the school. You are always welcome home.
I found my home with the Midnight Suns. But that does not mean I leave friends behind. What is the problem?
A year ago, the professor detected a mutant living here with dormant abilities. I met with her, a fierce young woman named Dahlia, and invited her to attend Xavier's school. She declined. The orphanage was all she knew. I came here today to see if she had changed her mind, but according to the orphanage, she disappeared 3 months ago.
Let me guess. As soon as her powers manifested.
It's my fault. I didn't want to push her, to take her away from the only place she felt safe. I thought she could hide in plain sight a bit longer. I was wrong.
You did what you thought was right. As you always do.
Dahlia would never harm another person. And now she slipped through the cracks. Another ghost in the wind.
This city is not kind to its ghosts.
Especially not when it's infested with vampires.
That's why we're gonna find her before they do.
They already found us.
Protect the children, at any cost. As if preying on the innocent wasn't enough for them. They come for the most vulnerable.
I would call them cowards, but they are just mindless scavengers looking for an easy meal.
I've got something they can chew on right here.
Ah, Logan. Together again. Just like old times. I will deliver you from her grasp.
As they say, it gets the job done.
Kiss it goodbye.
Whatever works for you.
Look to the sky.
Crude, but effective.
Your journey is over. The forces of nature conspire against you.
That must have taken practice.
The elements bow to me. I should have been more vigilant. Dahlia was on her own here.
There was only so much you could do. Think how many mutants have faced the same difficulties. Seems a requirement of our upbringing to face such undeserved trials.
It falls to us to ensure that doesn't happen. Not here, not anywhere.
I can make them happen for you.
You're going home in pieces. You aren't good enough for me. You ain't good enough for me.
Next time, it will be forever. Be happy you can still draw breath.
It ain't even satisfying tearing these things apart. I can't tell if they even care.
They may not care, but whoever lords over these pitiful creatures will miss them.
They're probably making more as quickly as we end them.
Ray, kid.
I am always a ray of sunshine, reflected into your eyes.
That's the magic I know.
Are you prepared?
Nice move, bub.
At least we got here in time to protect the children.
Why bother protecting society's dregs? Hmm? It is beneath your stature.
Beneath me, all I see is you.
The new breed vampires are an evolution, just as mutants were before them. But vampires continue to grow. Mutants remain tethered to humanity, a broken branch on the evolutionary tree. These cast-offs are not your family. They are fuel. There is a food chain. And it is time we ate up. Surely you see it. Just as mutants push humanity ever closer to the ash heap, so too will this new... It is the natural order of this world.
There is nothing natural about what you've done.
Any mutant seeking to dominate humanity does not speak for us.
Ah, that is your mistake, not mine.
Brace yourself.
You're just lucky we aren't allowed to take your life.
Dibs on the ugly one.
Hydra Immortalis.
Looks like they call for help.
If you were truly a your actions against those who cannot defend themselves are misguided.
Oh, does humanity shed a tear for their countless meals? Do they care about their meat?
One does not justify the other. Your mind is twisted.
Or maybe I am seeing things more clearly than ever.
Attached to that space. You looking at me?
What is it like like being so inconsequential.
Now is our chance!
We are good together.
They really want me gone.
A pointless endeavor.
You picked the wrong one, bub.
We will not fail. Now, our long way.
You will all pay in kind.
I am the Mother's wrath.
Trick.
They're not willing to accept defeat.
Not allowed to spread this plague across the world.
My kind have little to fear from you.
They're not scared yet. They better get started. I'm gonna rip this new one. Stay down.
Let's see what you can do.
Well executed.
this is what you came.
Bad luck for you.
They will kneel before me.
Take a break. We're out of this.
You keep coming for me. We are not done yet.
Understands the struggle my kind has faced better than anyone.
You chose to align yourself with these creatures. Our paths are nothing alike.
I chose to move beyond the limitations of humanity, and I have no regrets. This will...
There is no way.
Now for something real special. Hope you're ready.
Your fear is palpable.
Right here. Done waiting. Too easy. don't want to get up.
Not in good condition. Gets the job done. You are nothing compared to the things I've done and killed. Moving on me.
Looks like I'm all by myself.
I must not falter again.
Not looking good for you. You're lucky that's as far as I'm taking it. I wasn't even trying that hard.
I will
to be concerned about.
Should do the trick.
Look to the skies.
Nice.
They still haven't realized their mistake. The elements bow to me.
That must have taken practice.
We prevail. For now. Drop! That was a quarter of my power. I'm glad the training stayed with you.
The danger room left an impression. As you did with Sin. She won't be back.
It's why she was here in the first place that concerns me.
Agreed. This is bigger than us. If we're going to take on Sin,
And find Dahlia.
we need reinforcements.
Most of the X-Men are off-planet dealing with the Shi'ar brood war.
Don't worry. The Midnight Suns will help.
Storm, is it?
Indeed. You must be the hunter. Magic told me about you.
Why does that make me nervous?
Nothing but good things, I promise. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. I must say, this place is unlike anything I've seen before. There is an air of mystery and wonder, but it feels welcoming and safe all at the same time. How curious.
The Abbey is special. It even holds secrets that I have not uncovered.
Sounds unique indeed. I can already see the similarities between here and Xavier School. Speaking of, what do you think is the most interesting part of the Abbey?
There's much foliage and food to harvest from the grounds. I am grateful for it all.
Appreciating what the land gives us is great. Do you give back to the earth?
I am careful not to overindulge. I like to leave some for the wildlife.
I'm sure the deer and rabbits are thankful for that. Apologies. I have been dominating the conversation. Have you any questions for me?
I do not have any right now.
I'll be around if you change your mind.
We can't allow Sin to continue her reign of terror.
I hope we locate Dahlia soon. A new mutant on their own. It is a difficult life. So, what do you think of Storm?
She seems promising.
Seems promising? She is one of 3 people I will follow into battle without question.
I did not realize how much you respected her.
She was my mentor. Of course I respected her. But it had to be earned first. Some leaders blather on to avoid making tough decisions. But not Storm.
She did not go into much detail about the extent of her powers, but they sound impressive.
Impressive? She is 100% grade A badass.
100 badasses. Got it.
Ah, you are hopeless.
Yeah, if magic respects Storm, that says a lot about her character.
Anything else on your mind?
Why are Hydra soldiers willingly turning into vampires?
Define willingly. I think that's Sin's influence.
They must be extremely devoted to agree to such a change.
Or more terrified of what Sin will do if they don't. I wonder how becoming a bloodsucker mixes with the gamma serum already in their systems. I bet that's one hell of a hangover.
How do classic vampires differ from new breed vampires?
These Zoomer vampires are more outgoing. They hunt in packs and don't seem to care if anyone notices them. They have similar weaknesses, sunlight still kills them, but not everything lines up. No need to invite them in, they're happy to smash through the door. Oh, and while they don't turn people into vampires, they can infect classic vampires who then serve as portable hemolisks for the new breed.
What do we know about Sin?
Apparently, she's a vampire. A vamp classic, not the new breed. That was news to me. Before that, S.H.I.E.L.D. knew her as a decently competent Hydra luminary. Sin always got a ton of leeway because she's Red Skull's grandkid.
Is that the Red Skull who forged the God Killer?
One and the same.
Do you think Sin could be working for my mother?
She and Faustus used to fight like a sack of rats. Whatever her game is, Hydra as a whole doesn't seem to be a part of it.
Thanks, Carol.
Catch you later.
There is my ferocious Charlie girl.
I wish I'd seen the look on Sin's face after she was bested by Storm.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Please tell me it's not another man. This really... I was under the impression this artifact no longer existed. A truly rare find.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Until next time.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
It is so good to find another person who understands living across centuries.
Why, thank you, Hunter.
Who's a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Sounds real.
Time's wasting, Hunter. Let's do this.
Interesting choice.
I think we've got something for everyone.
I'm more durable than I look. I guess I never had
Peace.
I'm trying a new workout routine. The more I burn off, the more I get to eat.
Robbie can summon Hellfire at a whim, but he doesn't want to ask if he can play fetch with your dog.
Okay.
I don't actually care, but he needs to stop moping. So, can Robbie play with your dog?
Robbie is free to play with Charlie. So is everyone else.
There, it was that easy. Can't believe he couldn't just ask. I'll let Robbie know. He's gonna stop bugging me about this, or the hell ride goes over a cliff.
Nico says I'm Pan. Do I look like a chef to you?
Hydra has been collecting field data of some sort on a remote server nearby, and we have a chance here to look for ourselves.
We're right on schedule here.
Crush on you.
I believe Stark and Carol have done most of the legwork, but you still need to access those consoles to retrieve the data.
Right.
cross my path again.
What a waste. I smell your fear. Your master must be so proud. It is time. Now. They're quite fixated on me.
Dick move!
Scanner's picking up reinforcements. I've got your back.
I never liked being the center of attention.
For thanks.
This one. I hope you brought enough for everyone.
Starting to see the appeal of this whole symbiote thing.
No one is to blame, but you... You should never have come here.
Stacking them deep today.
Allied units reinforcing our position. Serve her with honor.
I'm fairly confident in our efforts.
you've recovered the data. Excellent work out there.
Hello, Hunter. I just can't shake that awful feeling inside me.
I have some words to contribute. You ever notice how pop culture never gets witches right?
I do not know if you noticed, but I am not exactly an expert on pop culture, Wanda.
I know I have. There are old, outdated tropes of witches flying around on broomsticks, turning children into mice with potion-laced chocolate, using glamours to change the color of our hair. Real witches don't just wiggle their nose and get the dishes to do themselves. Real magic comes with a price, and real witches end up paying it. It's not all magic wands and midnight margaritas.
Hollywood's misrepresentation of witches seems to be upsetting you. Maybe you could send them your thoughts.
Hollywood isn't the problem.
But they are contributing to the harmful stereotypes.
Haha, tell that to whoever's in charge of Halloween.
Are there any depictions of witches you do like?
Just the ones that have cats as familiars. Reminds me of Agatha and Ebony.
Oh, you are gonna love this. Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? This thing behind me turned... Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Always a pleasure.
Nice to get some fresh air. Hardly any power ever goes out here. Ready to work? I think we've got something for everyone.
Let's see him try to handle me now.
We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here. See you around. Do your thing.
Hunter, how goes it?
Thanks, Hunter.
right, son.
Is there nothing else to do? I call to the elements!
Love the effort. Sure, why not? Whatever gets the job done.
They would still battle the elements?
It is our turn. You shouldn't have tried us. We pick you. It is time. That hurts.
Their intentions haven't changed.
Quick bite. We will be the strongest of all.
Are you prepared? They still haven't realized their mistake.
Fair enough.
They really want me gone. Accept your defeat. power against you. Your time is coming.
Getting it done any way we know how. Who designed your armor? Because it looks like junk.
Generous.
That'll work. This should help a little. And still reigning world heavyweight champion, Iron Man. This shouldn't take long. Oh, that? It was nothing.
They never grow tired.
Hey, our friend needs a hand. We're taking casualties here.
Of attention. This is what you came for.
I know that wasn't your signature move. Shouldn't have pissed me off.
At least those weapons have a greater purpose than war now. Return to the darkness. Not good enough. I am weakened. Look to
I know that wasn't your signature move. How did I improve the odds? Been saving this for a special occasion. Hey, it worked, didn't it?
Hopefully they learned their lesson, but we all know that's wishful thinking.
Book club tonight. You in?
Meet you there.
After you.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Is that your way of getting my attention? Everyone's in a... You good?
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
Exactly. This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember text that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
The bloom represents the range of a fortress. The harvest happens when enemies enter that range.
That's one vital part. You're right, the bloom can represent overlapping fields of fire, but it's more than one concept. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
If your enemy knows how you will act, they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority, by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club.
Before I forget, I asked Logan to join us next time.
He said yes?
He can read?
I can't wait to see how this goes.
I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So, why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
The Kree never conquered this planet. Neither will my mother.
Exactly. Reputation makes you seem bigger than you are. We can hit them anywhere at any time. You can bet this adds to our own reputation. And that's how we defeat our enemy. As long as we're still standing, they're gonna fall.
Okay, just between us. Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I should read the first 31 volumes, for context.
You should not, nor should you read the one after this.
How many more are there?
At least 400. According to Carol, this was one of the good ones.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You calling it?
I am taking off.
Later, then. You'd better read the book. Carol, I had some more thoughts on the book.
You do? You must have really liked it.
Hunter, hello.
Actually, I didn't connect with it at all. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
You didn't like it?
It's more that I didn't have the context. But you do, and you clearly like the book, so...
So...
I wanted to see it through your eyes. If you don't mind, I'd like that context.
I don't mind.
Okay, then.
Most of my time at Central is hurry up and wait. Stop by when I'm waiting. We'll talk.
I will.
Good?
Good. Hunter.